Hello, hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the Hindu news analysis. This is 23rd of January, a remarkable day in the history of India. Today on this day, our beloved freedom fighter Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was born, and this is the 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So, in today's topic, the Hindu news analysis, we are going to discuss about the whole descriptive topic. So, this is the first topic. Ban on large poll rallies, road shows to continue. Election Commission allows meeting up to 500 people for first two pages. So for road show to continue in Delhi, there is ban on large poll rallies. So large poll rallies cannot be done in Delhi. Only 500 people will be allowed for rallies for two pages. The Election Commission on India on Saturday uh, decided to continue the ban on large rallies and roadshows till January 31 for assembly elections in February, but allowed outdoor meetings up to 500 people for candidates of the first two phases of the polling. Then reviews of COVID-19 trends. So there is the reviews of COVID-19 trends. The Election Commission reviewed the situation by holding the meetings with the Union Health Ministry and the Chief Secretaries health secretariats and chief electoral offices of the states. The three-member commission held a comprehensive review of the status and projected trends for the COVID-19 pandemic in the five states. So, in five states, the election is going on. The election commission statement said the election commission also reviewed the progress of the vaccination drives in the state. And Samaj special correspondent is Samajwadi Party President Akhilesh Yadav will continue the Uttar Pradesh Assembly election from Kadal in the Yadav family bastion of the Mainpur party patron. Malayalam Singh is the Lok Sabha member from Mainpuri, and SP National General Secretary Ram Gopal Yadav, who is Mr. Akhilesh's uncle, announced the candidate Saturday. The commission deliberated on relaxing restrictions for physical release in the wake of the prevailing situation. After taking into consideration inputs and ground reports from these offices, the Commission also deliberated on requirements of the campaign period in phases where candidate list will be finalized on January 27, 2022 for phase 1 and on January 31, 2022 for phase 2, the state mentioned. Then in second news, 6 killed in Mumbai high-rise fire. 6 people were killed and 24 were injured after a fire broke out in 19th floor of 20-story building in the tornado area of South Mumbai on Saturday. So 20 people were injured and 6 were killed in that, and some were trapped in the smoke. There were 6 flats on each floor, while some residents rushed outside, but others were trapped in the smoke. Many were sleeping when the explosion took place. So the next news is work on time-bound targets, PM tell officials. So Prime Minister on Saturday asked the district magistrates to work on time-bound targets for 100% utilization of government services and facilities, and urged every district to prepare a vision for the next 2 years in increase the ease of living. Mr. Modi, who virtually interacted with DMs and chief ministers of select states after reviewing implementation of various government schemes, said the teamwork of the center, the state, and the local administration had yielded good results in the administrational district. J&K leaders are leading youth ST Shah said. So the Home Minister Amit Shah on Saturday accused the J&K regional parties and leading people, especially the youth ST, with their provocative statement at the time when the Union Territory was witnessing personalization of democracy, which was a solution to the problem. And also, there is deep in terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. Official figures on the ground show real situation. Jammu and Kashmir has also decreased, was also seen in decrease in terrorist activities by 40%, and the deaths have also come down by 57%, the Union Minister said. Mr. Shah said Peace in Jammu and Kashmir has no relation with the changes made in 2019 but is directly dependent on the good governance, reiterating that elections will be held only after the completion of the delimitation process and statehood will be restored once peace establishes in Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Shah asked the youth to work on the path of development set by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and work towards achieving a golden period for Jammu and Kashmir. Next important news is here. गणतंत्र दिवस समारोह का आगाज आज से। तो तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा। दिस इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट quote of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Today we are celebrating 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, 23rd January 2022, which is marked as Parakram Divas. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose की 125th भी जयंती के अवसर पर देशवासियों का शत शत नमन। One dose given, records say two. Here, there is misconception and there is a problem in the website, I think, of forming of giving the doses to the patients giving the doses to the normal people and also the patients. Around 2 p.m. on January 19, apart 19 was waiting in a queue at a vaccination center in Madanpur, Khadar in South Delhi to get her second dose in COVID-19 vaccine. But in certain cases, it is shown that the two vaccines were given already, but the person who has come to take the vaccine is urging that he should be given the vaccine of second dose. So in that case, they were asked to go to the web portal and delete and activate their account and then go to vaccination registration and then delete their account and then again register newly for the next portal and then the previous one which is vaccination was given will be automatically generated and the second dose will be given by them. So one dose is given, records this two. This is the headline. This is next important news is all party meetings on interstate water disputes in February. Mumbai. So Karnataka CM Basaraj Bomai meeting ministers for interstate water disputes. The Karnataka government has decided to convene an all-party meeting in the first week of February in Bengaluru to discuss and decide the future course of action to safeguard Karnataka's interest in interstate water sharing dispute. It is in water sharing dispute with Tamil Nadu. So they petitioned on on Supreme Court for for solving the dispute of water between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Then there is another important news: Punjab model not merely for sake of election. Sindhu. Navjot Singh Sindhu, who is a politician of Punjab, is in the run-up of Punjab Assembly election. State Congress President Navjot Singh Sandhu on Saturday said, Punjab model is not mere election model but a well-researched tailor-made solution model based on geographical, social and economical factors created for the people of Punjab. He said it's very important to have holistic roadmap for creating an enabling environment for youth, skilling entrepreneurship and sports so that they don't have to move abroad. A one-two point scheme is not required. A multiple prong approach is the solution. Mohali is the center of technological advancement and future of Punjab. Our youth is going to Bangalore and Hyderabad for better business opportunities with setting up of the advanced IT hub and launching of startup city in Mohali. It is expected to become the millennial tech city and Mohali would become the Silicon Valley, he said. Then coming up to the next news, Kerala gets its first ever scientific bird atlas. So the Kerala Bird Atlas (KBA), the first of its state-level bird atlas in India, has created solid baseline in data about the distribution and abundance of bird species across all major habitats, conducted in a citizen science. And also the news is it is arguably Asia's largest bird atlas in terms of geographical extent. Counting tigers amid COVID-19 threat. Nearly 300 field staff and officials of the Forest Department panned out across Bandipur on Saturday to commence the quadrennial tiger count, whose result is expected to reinforce national parks and reputation on one of the best centuries. Apart from the tiger census and COVID-19, these fire sessions and the absence of the full-time director, V. Kalakan, deputy conservator of Forest Machinery, is holding charge and monitoring the activities. Prohibition leads to heavy political dramas in Gujarat. So this is the important news. Flooded with fleas. Jammu and Kashmir eyeing Dubai-based groups for funds. Next is important news. West UP is warming up for typhoid. This is the political news. This is also a political news, not required. 512 new fatalities recorded across India. Fatalities. This is a COVID-19 related case where the country has recorded COVID-19 new cases of 3,30,836 new cases and fatal were 512. So another important news is Taliban delegation heads for Oslo talk. The Taliban's first official talk with the West on European soil is seizing power in Afghanistan will help to transform the atmosphere of water. After 2 decade insurgency against NATO forces, the group top spokesman told AFP on Saturday. Saudi-led coalition denies targeting Yemen prison. The Saudi-led coalition fights the Iran-aligned Houthis in Yemen denied targeting detention center in Yemen's Sada province, saying the facility hit not a site restricted from strikes. And also, Mr. Mahat said airstrike hit a different part of the facility housing other types of detainees. Biden Kishida vote to push back on China. Deadly fighting between East Coast. Next, we are going to important news. This is the important news about more evidence of excess death in India during pandemic. During pandemic, also a recent paper in Science concluded that India's cumulative COVID-19 deaths were 6 to 7 times higher than reported officially Martial. Two species of fungi associated with basal stem root found. This is also important news, political news. India's reliance on Chinese goods surged in 2021. So, in China and India was has remarkable trade relationship, and 147% of laptop and personal computers, like 77%, and oxygen therapy apparatus by more than fourfold has been imported from Chinese by the Indians. Then here is the important news about ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank Q3 profit rises 25% to 6,194 crores. ICICI Bank Limited said that their profit has increased from 25% from a year to 6,194 crore on account of overall improvement in net interest margin, fee income, core operating profit, and 27% reduction in provision for the bad loans. So for bad loans, there is 27% of reduction in provision. This was the highest ever quarterly profit remarked by ICICI Bank. Chennai and in release to best any UFC. This is the sports news. India plays for pride with series lost. So though the series has been lost by India, India will play for the pride in the last matches of the ODI. So this is the end of the news. This is about COVID news. So thank you everyone. This is up to this. There is an end of today's news. Thank you everyone. If you want the Hindu newspaper, you can go to my description box and download from the link which I have given. And also, you are requested to please subscribe my channel and like it. Thank you all.